Today's video is about regulating the flowering time of pomegranate, which is known in India and Bangladesh as the Bahar treatment. And these three, well, I did originally have 4 pomegranate trees that I brought back from Bangladesh in December, so 10 months ago. I've now had 4 and now I've got 3. One of them died. The one that had a little fruit on it has died. So I'll start off with this variety here. This one here is the Kandahar variety, and this one did drop its leaves initially, and then it flowered early summer. But unfortunately those flowers, they did open, but they were either male flowers but didn't get pollinated, so no fruit. So that's the Kandahar, and this one is known as Deshi, which is means local to Bangladesh, so don't know what variety it is really, but this one did not flower. It dropped its leaves, but didn't produce any flower buds. Or it may have done and I didn't notice because yeah, things got busy during the summer, so I don't think that produced any flowers. And then this one, if I put that one back, I'll put that one to one side there. This one is the Indian Super Bagua. This one, out of all of the pomegranates, kept its leaves throughout winter. They were indoors and no leaf drop, and carried on producing leaves throughout the summer. But towards the end of summer, I think it was about the first week of September, I did note in a video that it had become yellow. The leaves had dropped. Well, quite a number of leaves had dropped because this was full, you know, it was like had a full canopy of leaves, but it dropped them. It started to drop them late August, early September, and I thought, well, it's going into a dormant phase early. And then here we are in October, just past the first week, and we have flower buds, and a number of them, you know, not like the Kandahar that has like 1 or 2. This one seems to be producing a number. It's not a huge plant, none of them are. This one is bushier, and just turn it round this way. You've got a cluster of flower buds there, and I imagine it will produce more. So I got to thinking, why didn't it produce anything throughout the summer? We had a nice hot summer, ideal weather, lots of sunshine, warm. So this is what prompted me to look into it, with it being an Indian variety. And then I came across this Bahar treatment that they use over there in both Bangladesh and in India. I'm not sure about Pakistan, whether it applies to them, but yeah, so this this fruit flowering, I should say, is what prompted me to do a little bit of research on the internet, and I'll add some information, little inserts, as I go along, and hopefully viewers who are interested in growing pomegranates here in the UK, if you look at them and you know, sort of pause the camera, pause the video, and read them. So why did they start doing this over there? Why did they start this practice? Well, particularly India has many different, it's a huge country, and it has different regions where they have monsoons, like tropical rainforest areas, and they have areas where it's like desert, like Rajasthan, very, very dry, very little rainfall. So they came up with this system and how it would affect growing pomegranates in those different regions. Different regions have different sort of temperatures, irrigation, etc. So they came up with this, and I'll put more information up so you can read about it. So how would they apply to growing pomegranates here in the UK? So our seasons are quite different. We can't encourage flowering in late winter like they can in India. India doesn't have freezing temperatures, not in most of the regions, and so we can't encourage flowering because we won't have pollination in winter. There won't be any pollinating insects around, and obviously freezing temperatures are going to cause leaf drop, etc. So what can we do here? How can we apply this Bahar treatment here? So I imagine spring is the best time to encourage flowering. So what you would have to do, as I put down another insert here, put another insert up, and you can see it shows a period of withholding irrigation. So that's showing how it would work in India. This could be adjusted to our seasons, how we would use that system. So I'm thinking next year I would apply this withholding of water, irrigation, probably around about April. So for about a month, withholding water up till May, and then either repot all my pomegranates, including my English pomegranates, the ones that I've got round at the front, repotting them, adding fertiliser and irrigating them from May onwards, and hopefully that would trigger flowering and flowering and hopefully fruit retention, and so they'd have the the whole of summer to benefit from the warmer weather, the longer day length, more sun, and a better chance of retaining some fruit. So I was looking at what happened this summer. Why did this suddenly start flowering in October? I had a lot of work done in my house, and both my gardens, front and back, were being used by the builders, and this started in August and carried on through September, and just recently finished my downstairs a week ago. So for that period of time, the builders were occupying sort of my garden. I didn't really have much time to go out and water if they did need watering, and so there was a period, probably a month, of where I didn't water. If it rained, it rained, but I didn't actually go out with a hose and water, and I think that's what's triggered this leaf drop, because it did lose its leaves, and then this flowering, unexpected flower buds appearing. So I'm gonna have to let it run its course. If it does open flowers and if they get pollinated, I'll be lucky. Even if it retains fruit, I doubt that will happen, but I'm not going to pull off the flower buds. I'm just going to let it run its course. But the others, excuse me, the rest of them I will consider going through that process of allowing them to dry out. Not now, but nearer the time early spring, give them a period of time where there's no water for a month, and then adding fertiliser, probably repotting at that time, and irrigation, and see how that works. So that's the plan for next year. But I just thought I'd share that information with fellow pomegranate growers. I know there have been some very successful pomegranate growers on YouTube. Joe's Tropicals got a wonderful harvest off his 2 pomegranate trees. And I know down south they did have a period of drought, and Joe might be able to answer this question, whether his trees had a period of drought where they didn't get any water, and that produced a good crop of flowers and subsequent fruit. And Brett Lyons, I don't know if you experienced drought in your area of the UK, and whether that sort of triggered pomegranate flowering and fruiting. Let me know anyway in the comments, folks, if you've had success with holding water, and that's helped promote flowers. And interestingly, this Bahar treatment is also used on guavas. So yeah, I might be looking into how that treatment could affect my guava plants. So thanks very much for watching, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.